All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? Let's do a little bit of adjustment here because we want that off. We don't want that in here. Actually, let's go to this screen. It'll probably be better. There we go. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday in the East Coast here, and I will be leaving shortly to get my daughter. But something came in today. I was very excited because I was afraid it might come in on the day when I wasn't here and it rained. Historically, the FedEx guy, the UPS guy, and sometimes the non-standard mail guy likes to leave things out front in the rain. They don't give a shit if these things don't get wrapped in plastic, they get ruined. So today I got a nice package in. First of all, there's Boris. He's happy. Ivan's hanging up in the garage, so he won't be joining us, but Boris is going to stay throughout the year. We're actually working on something to cover the metal base, so it looks a little more themed instead of just a metal base holding them up. But the other day I showed you guys, this came in the mail, so this is going to be part 2, I guess, if you will, of this Mattel's 1976 Welcome Back Kotter set. Now, this was all new to me the other day when I got it from I bought it from the seller. So this is actually the deluxe set, which is essentially it's the same play set as the standard set you pick off the shelf, except it came with the 5 figures and it came in this box. All right, box is pretty nice illustration on the back and so on. This one happens to be in pretty good condition. This one is used. It's missing a couple of pieces. It does have the original instructions. It even has the record. Now, I thought that the record that came in this set, I thought it was a regular 33 1/3, just a small one, but it's actually one of those really thin vinyl records like you could peel off the back of the old Post cereal boxes, so it's very floppy. However, from the same seller, just coincidentally, he reached out to me and said, "Hey, man, if you're looking for anything else, let me know." I started looking and I found something. I'm like, "Oh, this is cool." And then inadvertently didn't realize it was this. Inadvertently realized it was the same seller, if you will. So he made me a nice deal on it, which was great. So it is again the Welcome Back Kotter playset, but this is the non-deluxe version, meaning there's no figures in here. It's same set, same artwork, except instead of a box, it comes in this sleeve. And so actually, quite interestingly enough, I'm looking at the price tags on here. Back in the 70s, this was $12.95, $12.45. Then it went down to $7.50. In the end, it was $3.49. I'm not going to lie. I paid way more than $3.49, but let me show you why. These sets are typically very expensive to find. I don't love the figures are cool, but the bodies they use are the same bodies they use in the Mattel Space 1999 figures. I believe the same as maybe the Mork and Mindy figure, or the Mork figure from Mork and Mindy. I'm trying to think. There was a couple others I think that they did. So the bodies are kind of crappy, but they did do a good job on the likenesses and the head sculpts. They did a nice job on the accessories and so on. And as you can see, here is your cardboard cover, which in most cases, this would just get thrown in the trash. So to find these pieces, including that boxed one, which that was been open and there were a few pieces missing. I mean, it even came with a piece of chalk and you could write on the place that there's a chalkboard in the classroom that you can write on. That piece of chalk is still there, but this is a little bit different. Again, just a quick review of the set. You have this nice graphics on the front. Again, it's different than the actual box itself, or the box and the sleeve all have the same artwork. It's not a photo. It's actually somebody painted, I guess, what was a photo or what they thought looked like came from a photo. The likenesses are very, very good. Of course, Mr. Kotter, Horshack, Barbarino, Epstein, and Washington. This was a great show. I loved it as a kid. Then the back, which becomes the outside of the classroom, is brick with the windows in the classroom. Of course, there's some graffiti on it, as I showed before. This one still has the handle, which is remarkably good. This one should be 1976, I believe. Yep, 1976. The Wolper Organization Incorporated and the Comac Company, Inc. All right, so let's take a look. Let's look what's inside, because this one's a little bit special and not quite like most of the sets. I do have another open set downstairs, which took me a while. The one thing I will say about this cellar was fantastic. This thing came out of Colorado. This thing was fully encased in bubble wrap, sealed so no water could get in. Then they put in another box and they sealed it with really heavy duty packing tape. I mean, I had a knife on it trying to get it out, and it was a real bitch to get out. And the knife was sharp. All right, so we're going to take a quick look. They did a nice job. They put everything in the plastic so we could see it. But what's a little bit unique about this set that we don't normally see, which you're going to see in a moment, let's take all of this out. And let's pull this all out. Everything is still here, which is phenomenal. If you haven't seen this set, essentially it sets up, this is a part of the classroom. This goes up. All right, let's open this up a little more. This goes up. These go down. That's your classroom floor. It's right out of the show. They've got the same pictures on the walls. There is a piece of Velcro here and here so that this wall sticks. And I like that a lot better than the snaps. The snaps have a tendency to, break off the vinyl as you use them over and over. However, Velcro with it, what happens with it too, it's not so great. This one, even though it's new, I can see that some of the seam here is splitting, so you can actually see the cardboard inside, which is interesting. You've got the back. You've got the back of the classroom, everything outside the classroom as well. All right, let me bring this into down here so I can do that. We have what is the original chalk that came with it. Not that that's a big deal. It's just a piece of chalk, and I think I just snapped one as it went down. Guess there were two pieces. We have the original instructions. We'll bring this up a little. We have the original instructions. These are crisp, I guess is the day. This set has never been played with. Here is the record. Looks like some of the chalk may have gotten on the record. It did. That's okay. We can clean up. But here's your record. You can see it's that very thin, flimsy record, if you will, but it's supposed to have voices of the actors. I do have a turntable downstairs. I'm going to try that later. Then you have this booklet with all these sayings, and you're supposed to guess who said what saying inside of the answers. And on the back is some more artwork. This is actually cool. This, I have to tell you, is amazing. This is the sticker sheet. These are unused. So all these stickers come off. What we have here are these little it looks like pages on the inside of a book, because there's plastic books that are in there. Property of Epstein, property, this belongs to Horshack, property of Barbarino, property of Washington. Then you have actually this, this is for the, these are for the desks. I believe they're for the desks. Then you have the little book labels for the outside. We've got math, English, history, and biology, and then the inside of the books. If you take a very quick look, there are words. These stickers go, a book that looks like it's open, and it's just basically, if I remember correctly, but basically it's just Latin. Let's see what it says. Lovin ipsum do incident. Yeah, it's all in Latin. And these are actually, let me try that again. These are the top of the desks. You can see them here, property Barbarino or Barbarino, Epstein. Each one has a desk. These actually are for their notebooks, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think those are the notebooks. They have that. Then we've got the Mr. Cotter's desk. the inside of the book's over here, and then the labels for the book. So that, yeah, that's an unused sticker sheet. It's quite cool. So here's the part that I got really excited about when I got this. Let's bring this down. All of the pieces, they're still on the plastic trees. So these are the books that these little Latin writings will go on. These are the, I guess these are notebooks, and this is where the property of Epstein, Horshack, and so on go in. This is part of the globe, snaps together. See if I can do this very carefully. These are parts of the chairs. You can see these are the chair backings, 2 of them. Mr. Kotter's desk. These are the chair seats themselves. This is just, here's the actual coat hanger. These are just extra plastic. Seller did a nice job of packing this all up so it wouldn't get ruined. Here is the rest of, shit, we don't want to take that off. Here is the rest of Mr. Kotter's desk. These are the tops to the desks, or like chairs with the desks built in. And here is the piece for the globe stand, if you will. The globe goes in here. And these are some of the legs. So I thought that was pretty awesome that you can find something still in this condition after all these years unopened and unused. I thought that was quite interesting. So that being said, one thing that I will have to do is I'll have to take this record. Matter of fact, do I have time to do it? It's 2:02. Yeah, I could try it. I'm a little worried about scratching the record, but I do have another one. So let's go see what's on the record, shall we? Let's see if we can get it to play. It's supposed to be a 33 1/3. You have to bear with me as we go down there. And we'll see how it goes. Like I said, there's a little bit of chalk on the record. Let's see if we can get that off. We're going to head down to the toy room of solitude. We're doing this on the laptop, so that's why you're only getting this view and not getting the rest. But I'll give you guys the other view, if you will. All right, toy room of solitude. Let's go see what we have. Here is our record player. You're gonna have to give me a second to set this up. I do have a Captain America record on here. Just when I just heard something hit the ground. Oh, I know what that was. Just a push pin. I don't need to be stepping on that. Okay. Captain America album, which I thought was pretty cool. All right, we're going to try this. I'm hoping this does not go to shit, so bear with me so I can see if I can get this to go. I'm not sure about, yeah, that's not a good place to put the laptop. So let's see if we can keep it in the closet. I'll see if we can find a place so you guys can possibly see. Give me a moment. I'll see if we can get it to work. It is 33 1/3. It's a real pain in the ass to get off because it's a smaller version. So let's see if we can just gently take some of the chalk off there. All right, see if that's cleared off without scratching it because it's very thin and flimsy. Let's see if it works. All right, this is going to be interesting. I haven't done records in a while. Is that dust on there? Let's see. Well, that doesn't sound right.
This is my place, and these are my people.
There you go.
That is Epstein, the toughest kid in school.
Juan Luis Pedro Filipo de Huevos Epstein from San Juan.
What's your favorite subject?
Assault. Hi there. Washington, Freddie, boom boom.
What's the boom boom for?
Who are you? Hello.
Hopefully as well.
How are you? I'm Arnold Horsey. On behalf of all the Sweathearts present, I would like to welcome you to our class.
Hey, I'm Vinny Barbarino.
Hey, Vinny, you know why you don't got no freckles? Because they probably slide off.
Well, there you have it. Looks like they got maybe that's the.
Hey, off my case, potato face.
Sounds like it's one of the probably the initial episode, if I remember correctly, of Welcome Back, Kotter, is what it certainly sounds like. So that's pretty cool. So it still works. I think that's pretty cool. Finding that record, I guess I'm pretty much going to guess you're going to have to find it in the set. I figured it would be a regular, stiff kind of record, if you would. And I said, oh, I should be able to find someone's going to have one. But now it's just that flimsy thing. So I'm like, oh, I guess we're not going to find that anywhere. After I got the first one, this is the second one because the other set had one in it too. That definitely made me realize, like, wow, not easy to find, even harder to find than I thought. So there you have it. I do have one more loose set of this thing, and maybe I'll have to get rid of it and sell it or give it to someone who's deserving because just not enough room down here, running out of room in the toy room of solitude, if you will. But there it is. There you have it. We have the Mattel 1976 Welcome Back, Kotter deluxe set, which I showed on a previous video. You can find on the same YouTube channel just the other day. And now we have the standard set that has never been used or opened, which is, well, sorry, I shouldn't say open. It's been opened, just never been used. Everything's still sealed in the plastic, and that's actually pretty cool. So I'm very excited about that. Very, very excited about that. Definitely makes a difference. Incidentally, this chalk is used to actually write on the vinyl. It's just vinyl, but apparently it will write. The chalk will write on it. So I should seal it this way. So there you have a chalkboard for the classroom you can write on. And that's that. So I thought that was pretty cool. I've yet to see anyone ever produce one or show one that has never been, used like that before, still in the trees and so on. I thought that was a cool thing. All right. So if you like what you see, you can leave comments. If not, you don't have to. It's up to you. We don't force anything here. We're all about being good in the toy community. Hope everybody had a good day. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I do have more videos coming. I have some other stuff I wanted to show. One of the things I'm working on right now that I'm about 2/3 of the way done is getting the round 2 Captain Action Hawkeye set, where you had to buy 6 different figures, deluxe versions, to get a piece out of them. Right now I have 4 of the 6. The last 2 pieces are quite expensive. I have them, except I don't want to open them to take the piece out. So you'd buy Wolverine, it would come with his maybe his belt, and so on. And I don't want to open the ones I have, so I put extra ones and just remove the parts. So I'll be doing a video on those soon too.